Good morning, master traders and money magnets. We had a nice little bounce yesterday. You guys can see with this decent big body green candle opened up with a very nice gap down. Anybody who's swung traded puts from the breakdown of the bear flag was probably up significantly first thing in the morning. However, you can look on the 15-minute chart here. The market makers, holy moly donut shop, they broke down my 549.6 level and 548 level only to do a false breakdown setup where we broke down support and recaptured the lost level to trigger a move to the upside. And boy, oh boy, did they push it to the upside, clearing multiple levels, clearing my 552 level, and it kept on going, clearing 555, clearing 556.4 and treated it like support. It just pushed to the upside after a nice red day last Friday. When I look at this candle, anybody that was FOMOing got destroyed. If you were FOMOing, got destroyed. So after looking at this context, there's a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about this morning before I get to the price action plan, okay? I want to talk to you guys about positioning and the importance of positioning and, of course, respecting your stop loss, okay? First things first is positioning. I give you guys these levels and setups so you guys know where the area to get in and where the area is to get out, whether it's to take profit or to cut your loss. And it's very important that when we enter, like when you played the breakdown of the bear flag, it was very important. The breakdown was around 563.5-ish at the time. At least that's what I was watching. And we wanted to enter as close to the breakdown of that level as possible to give us a good positioning. Good positioning is when you enter on a setup and you enter as close to the breakdown or the breakout level. Okay? It's not going to be perfect, so don't try to make it perfect. If you're trying to play a breakdown of 563.5, you won't get your entry perfectly at 563.5 or 563.4 or whatever. But you want to get it close to that breakdown level as possible with your stop loss above, and hopefully the price action will go in your favor. But it's very important because if you try to play the breakdown of this bear flag, but you end up entering all the way down here, you might have been hurt. Down here would not have been the best entry for puts, is what I'm saying, based on the context of this bear flag. The best position would be to enter close to the breakdown. Okay, so I'm not saying it's going to be perfectly like this every time. You're going to try. You might make mistakes and fail sometimes, but I'm telling you what you want to thrive for, to get the best, to use the levels and setups, but you still want to get the best position that you can get, which is as close to the breakdown or the breakdown level as possible. Okay, as possible. It won't be perfect, but as possible. All right, so that's what you want to thrive for starting today and the rest of your trading career. When you are trying to enter on these setups, you want to enter as close to the level as possible. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about is respecting your stop loss. Okay, none of us will be able to be successful in the stock market if we cannot respect our stop loss, okay? If you cannot respect your stop loss, if you don't have good risk management, you will never be, consistent in trading in the long run. You won't last long. You'll lose money, okay? You have to be great at risk management. You have to get better at cutting your stop loss. Okay, respecting your stop loss. Okay, most people are focusing on the strategy where they can win, and you will be able to win. I've seen some traders make $100,000 in a day, but then because they can't manage their risk or respect their stop loss, they lose all their money and some the next day or the following week. Okay, so yes, you can win, but if you cannot respect your stop loss, you will not win in the long run. Okay. You will eventually lose all your money and get in the red. You have to be able to respect your stop loss. Now, What is something that I've done that helps me to get better at respecting my stop loss? For me, it was about perspective. I had to change on the inside. Okay? As you guys know, for there to be winners, there are going to be losers. All right? And vice versa. Oops. So anytime I'm in a losing position, that means that there is somebody out there that's possibly in a winning position. Theoretically, if I'm in a losing position, somebody is winning. Okay? It's letting somebody else be able to win and be able to feed their family is a good thing. Okay? When I see people successful, reach their goal, have some type of happiness, make some money, I'm happy for them. Okay? So that's one thing that helps me respect my stop loss is the idea that even though I lost today, somebody got to win. Somebody got to take their wife out on a nice dinner date. Somebody got to buy their son that toy that they've been wanting. That's how I look at it. All right? Another thing, when I take a loss, okay, and I've been trading over about 8 years. When I take, and I'm still gonna take loss. There is nobody in the stock market that has a 100% accuracy. Nobody. I don't have 100% accuracy. All I need is at least 51% with proper stop loss. Okay, all I need is to be 1% more right than wrong, and I can be successful as long as I respect my stop loss. So when I do take a loss, the way I look at it, right? Like I said, for me to be losing, somebody's winning. So when I take a loss, I don't see it as, hey, I lost money. I see it as a blessing. I tell myself in my head that, hey, I did not lose money from trading. What I'm doing is I'm writing a check to give to someone else, to give to a fellow trader to help them out. Okay? So if I lost $300 that day, I don't look at it as, hey, I lost $300 from my trading account. I look at it as like I'm writing a check, a $300 check to help another trader out. Just like when I pay my electric bill. I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm paying the bill, they're taking my money. I'm looking at it like, hey, I'm writing a check to pay for my electric bill for the guy that provided me electricity. Without electricity, I cannot get Wi-Fi, and I won't be able to make my YouTube video, connect with my audience that I love so much. So thank you to the electricity man. Here is a check. Here's a $400 check for you this month for all your hard work and service. You guys understand what I'm saying? Perspective, guys. So the next time that you have to cut your loss, remember, the person on the other side of that trainer is green, and they're able to, with that money, they're able to do some positive things with it. Okay? And two, look at it as like you're writing a check to help a fellow trader out, to help a fellow human being out. Okay? You're helping somebody, you're writing a check to help them out. So when you look at it like that, respecting your stop loss and cutting loss doesn't have to be a bad thing. We can turn up something that can be a bad thing into a good thing. When you keep a mindset of gratefulness, of abundance. You guys understand what I'm saying? It starts from the inside, guys. It starts from the inside. You want to be a better trader? Become a better person. You understand what I'm saying? Anyways, let's get to the plan, the price action plan here, okay? So, as far as the candle goes and the chart goes, I don't think this is quite a rising star pattern. You know how we have the evening star pattern? Well, not evening star, piercing pattern is what I should say. A piercing pattern. The rising star is a 3-candle bullish reversal pattern. The piercing pattern is a 2-candle pattern. And it usually looks like a big red candle followed by a big green candle. Unfortunately, usually for the piercing pattern, the green candle has to close above 50% of the red candle. That is not the case. All right, so not quite a piercing pattern candle, but we still have the levels and setups that we can pay attention to. Basically, the way I look at it, if bulls want more upside, they'll have to take out yesterday's high, okay? And yesterday's high was around 560.7. I also have a fib level at 560.8, which is great. So if bulls want more upside today, I recommend looking to long if 560.8 can clear. Okay, it's below 559. I have a 559 level, so 559 and 560.8. Take out yesterday's high. We should be bullish to 563, 565, and 566.4 plus in play. That's a fib level. All right, but if bulls are unable to clear those resistant levels, okay, I have resistance at 556.4. Now, we lost that fib level last Friday. We recaptured it yesterday. So 556.4 is a very important level. It's the equilibrium level for today. If above, bulls have a shot at a bounce. But if below, yesterday was likely a dead cat bounce to take out the FOMO bears. Okay? So if 556.4 and 555 fail, I would look to short with 553.5, 552, and 549.6 or lower in play. Basically, above 556.4, a bounce is possible. They'll need to clear 559 and 560.8. And below 556.4, yes, it is possibly a dead cat bounce. Triple Q. Now, Triple Q has one of those two candle patterns called the bullish counter attack. It's when the preceding candle, this red candle, and the green candle closes right around the same area. That's in this context, it's called a bullish counter attack. Now, for the bullish counter attack to work, you have to look at the level where both candles closed around. Friday's candle closed around 468.9, and yesterday's candle closed around 468.9, right around the same area. So that is the level to watch, 468.9. You can round it to 469. If Triple Q wants more upside, they would have to clear 469. If they clear 469, 471, 472.3, or higher in play. 474, 476 would all be in play. Above 469, we are bullish. Below 469, there's a good chance we're heading down lower. And I have support at 466. That's a fib level. Loss of that level, 466.4 actually. Loss of that level should send us lower. 465, 463, 460 is the fib level. 458 and the next fib level at 456 below. All right, guys. Tesla went for an intraday bounce, but overall closed lower than last week. Okay, now it's around 262-ish. It's gapping up. I have a fib level support around 260. As long as above, a bounce is possible. A bounce is possible, but it must clear or stay above 262, and 263.5 must clear to put 265, 266.5, 268, and 270 plus in play. If 260 is lost and 258 is lost, we are bearish. Okay, we possibly drop back down to 250 or lower for Tesla, all the way down to 243-ish area. Okay, and 237 would definitely be a target, but we'll need to break down 260 and 258 for those lower targets to be in play. NVDA looked like it completed the M pattern. The question now is, where do we go from here? If it's to the upside, it could be forming an inverted cup and handle. You never know. You never know. Or could be developing a W pattern. You never know. But we can know the levels and react to it. And if the plan is to go to the upside, 109, 111, and 113 must clear. If those levels clear, we are bullish. But if those levels can defend, we're still overall bearish. I'm overall bearish below 113. But if NVDA wants to just go straight down, then it needs to break support at 107 and 105.8. If it does, we are dropping down lower. 103, 104, 101.3, and 100 or lower would be targets. Coin closed lower than it did last week. I do have a fib level around 172.3. Bulls will need to stay above it, clear 175 and 176.4 to try to get a bounce going back up to 180. But if it fails to clear those resistant levels and 172.3 fails, then back to the downside we go. 170, 168, 166.7, and 165 or lower would be in play. VIX, well, it did close higher technically. Yesterday's candle was a big red candle, but it did close higher than last week. So the VIX is still up. Watch that 22.5 level. Below it is bearish. We can pull back some more with 20.8, 19.5, and 18.6 in play. But above 22.5, we can get a bounce, possible bounce back up to 24.3. And if that clears, 25.4 and 26.4 would both be in play. Guys, this is my morning analysis. Thank you guys so much. Uncle loves you guys. Remember what Uncle say about positioning and your mindset when it comes to respecting your stop loss. All right, so let's turn those negatives into positives. Peace.